Hello, my name is Ryan Padani with Wandering Escape, and this is a walkthrough of the Trinity Bible Church in Willow Park, Texas. So the way that we're doing this particular puzzle is two parallel tracks that meet into one. I'll kind of explain as I go how that works, but all you need to know is that there's two other puzzles that are going in tandem, so we're splitting the group up in between two people at the very start, and they'll meet together at the end. This here is actually the very first puzzle they have to do. They find all of these little pieces around, and the pieces of paper are a form of a riddle. When they put it together, it's like I babble but I have no lips, I run but I have no legs, and the answer is water. So they come over here and put in water on this 5-letter lock, and they get access to this room. And here we have a riddle on there just to kind of help them get along exactly what they need to do. And we have 7 ropes there, and they're all tangled and with pieces of duct tape on them with different letters. And you put that all together and it'll say, like, I believe it says, read Ezekiel 1:15. And if you look that up using your phone or a Bible nearby, since we're in a church, because that's the theme that we're going for, obviously, it'll say something about the word light. The word flash. And here we have this little hint to give them. So bang is the sound, is blank is the light, and the answer is flash, and you put it in here, and then you go. So in this room we have a couple of different things. Over here we have this book. It's a fake book. It's got an empty cavity in it with a map of where we hid all the puzzle pieces, as well as a flashlight. If you put all the puzzle pieces together, you get the answer to this. So this is actually a little electronic puzzle that I put together. So in here, so you have all these different rings with different letters on it. This is a very rough prototype, and I'm very aware of that. This is version 1. We'll be making more in the future. So they'll see the different letters here. The answer that they're going to get from the puzzle pieces is beam, as you can see here. I'm going to go ahead and mix that up because we're about to have some people here. And they'll open this up to see a flashlight. So in that book, over there, there's also a flashlight. They stick it in here, turn on the light, and they have beam across, and this will actually pop up, and there's a key inside. Once they get the key, they'll actually unlock these doors to this area over here. And they will see a whole bunch of different numbers on this map. And they're actually going to be working with another team, the other team in the other lane, to actually figure this puzzle out. So this is actually a combination lock that's going to be down there to the left to actually conjoin the two teams. So once they solve this, they'll be there together, and we provided a remote for that. Once they come and meet together, they're actually going to go into here, and they will, and this is actually the worship center, or, as also known as a sanctuary. And we have chairs flipped in different directions, and that'll generate a code for the final puzzle, and that's how they get ice cream. So from here, I'm going to go down to lane 2 and explain how they meet up a little bit more in detail. So this is where the second group is actually going to be starting. The way that we're going to start this, obviously they enter through these doors here, and they'll see that there's a lock and a radio station. So we're going to take a radio transmitter from here, and they'll have to use this to play the tone. And from there, it'll actually give a code through the radio that we've actually made with the audio clip. And that'll be the code there. And then we have different pieces of paper all around. I'm going to try to find one. I know there's one right there. And you can kind of see one right up in there too. And it's all over the place. Oh yeah, there's a really good one to see down here. They're all over the place. And with that being said, so it's a number and a direction. And the direction, and the number is the iterator number, so, one right after the other, and the other is the direction for this. There's a total of 12. So the kids are going to go in this big playground and have to work together and communicate. 1 is up, 2 is right, 3 is down, etc., in order to get through this lock. Then we'll go ahead upstairs. So now that we're upstairs, the first room that they're going to see here is on their left. There's a total of 2 rooms up here. And the main puzzle in this room is a scare puzzle. So what they're going to have to do here is look for different compass direction, or cardinal directions around the room at different colors. So, for example, here's one that's red with south circled. So what they have to do is come over here and put this arrow here. Since it's red, it matches the color, and they go south. This is a preschool room, and so we're trying to keep with the theme of the church and keep everything. We're trying to use our resources as best we can. And so what they'll have to do here is they see down, left, up, left, up. And they start from the color of the cardinal direction, which in this case is red. And they'll go through and go through with a maze here, and they'll have a number. So in this case, it'd be 7. And they'll do that for each one, and then they'll get a code to the next room. So this is the next room. First, you're going to see this box here with John 1:5, and they're going to have to read the Bible verse and try to interpret what that means. And it has to do basically with the source of light, which we have this candle. It's actually got an RFID tag on the bottom of this. And if they put the candle on the box, then it will open. And they have a walkie-talkie and these symbols. So the symbols have shapes on them, like a square, circle, etc., etc. I'm going to close that there. We're going to make sure it's ready for the run here in a minute. And I'll put this back. And those shapes correlate with this. So so you can see the different shapes here. So they're going to have the walkie-talkie from the box, and they're going to communicate with the other team. And the other team, as you saw earlier, has all the numbers around the world map. And so they'll say, like, okay, I've got a star on like what looks like, New York, or the top right side of the United States, or we've got a triangle on the southern tip of South America, and there'll be a number there. So, long story short, they put them together, and they'll get a code for the padlock down at the end of the hall, and that's how they join up. So as I said earlier, the other team will meet them up here. This is the lock that's going to join the two different teams. And once they go through that, then they'll meet together over here in the worship center to work on the final puzzle and get the prize at the end, which in this case is ice cream. Again, this is Ryan Padani with Wandering Escape, colleagues Adam Bartek and Jay McNew. Thank you for listening in, and I hope you enjoyed it.